Hello Cancerians, welcome to Dimala Universe. We are Vel'Astri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is for the sun, moon and rising sign of Cancer. And Cancer, this is your love and romance reading. Cancerians, we're going to split this reading in two. We'll begin with singles and there'll be a timestamp below in the description for those of you in committed relationships. So those of you in committed relationships, please go ahead and click on the timestamp in order to get to your reading. And for those singles out there, stay with us. Let us see what's coming through for you single Cancerians. We trust you are well. I giggle because my moon is in Cancer, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what Spirit is letting you know. The Tower. I just felt it. I felt, Cancerians, you've been going through it, but all for purpose. Knight of Cups. Unexpected love coming in after a long time. Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, Nine of Cups. Wow, Cancer. Goodness. The Magician, the Sun, Six of Swords, Five of Swords, and Ten of Swords. Okay, we'll put the Ten of Swords there actually. Let's see if we can squeeze the Ten of Swords here. With the Four of Swords, rather. That's the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Okay, and okay, Two of Wands as the overall energy. Cancerians, wow. First of all, with the Two of Wands as your overall energy, a huge transformation in your relationship. You're stepping into one world. You had to go through a huge transformation. You have been going through a huge transformation. Here with the Sun card and the Magician and the Tower and the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups, Six of Swords, you had, and the Ten of Swords, you had to shift from one way of being into another to truly attract a being who would be your sun, your moon, your stars, your everything. You might consider this a twin flame, a soul flame, however this energy resonates. But you were going through a powerful transformation, which is why you had been single for so long, and which is why you had to do the work. And you had to complete this transformation before you can align to a soul mate. So what I'm feeling for this is that some of you have completed it and you're about to come into contact with the soulmate, while others of you are just about to complete it and to come into this beautiful new relationship coming through. So I do feel that the timing is upon some of you, and the timing is very near for some of you, because we have the Six of Swords here in the middle of the read. We have the Two of Wands as the overall. So it is stepping from one world into the next energy, Cancerian. So you're really a Cancerians. So you're really about to come into contact with this person. And let me tell you about this person. First of all, you don't see them coming. You do not see them coming at all. At all. And this is a new energy. It's a new energy. I do not feel that it's somebody you have been with. So this is not a reconnection at all. all of the people you have dated were lessons for this person, and they've had the same experience, where whoever they were with were lessons, were those karmic energies for you. So all of those people were preparing you for this person, and all of the people they were dating and being with, all the relationships, whatever they may have been, were preparing them for you. Okay, and you don't see it coming. For some of you, Spirit is saying this might have been maybe the only way you might know this person, and it's a big might, is if maybe about 10 years ago, the 10 of Swords, maybe 6 to 10 years ago, the timing here. 4 is a bit soon, but maybe 4, but it feels more like 6 to 10 years ago. You maybe knew this person as a friend, or you met them, and or maybe there was a bit of a spark, but nothing really happened, and you haven't seen them. This isn't a, oh, you bump into them from time to time. This has been, you haven't seen them in 6 years, or you haven't seen them in 10 years. This is like you have not seen them at all kind of energy. And now, boom, they're back into your life. And when they're back into your life, both of you don't expect seeing each other. Both of you don't expect bumping into each other. Both of you don't expect reconnecting. But when you do, it's magic. It's magic. It's everything. It's tingles. It's butterflies. It's goosebumps. It's the works. If this is a new person you have not met, when both of you just set your eyes upon each other, magic, starlight, tingles, butterflies, hearts. It feels like the whole world stops and you just see each other. And Spirit is saying, yes, we know this sounds very dramatic, but it's literally what's going to happen because of the energies you are both vibing on. Both of you have gone through an intense transformation, whether it's somebody you haven't seen in 6 or 10 years, or whether this is a new person. You have both gone through an intense transformation, a huge awakening. And so you both just vibe on a whole different level, where when you two combine your energies, you just shift it's like you just shift realities. It's almost the two of you meeting shifts your timeline. And in this timeline, you only really have eyes for each other. It takes your breath away. Both of you, it really takes your breath away. You don't expect it. You don't expect this person. And I'm also getting the understanding of the Tower card that they might look very different from what you expect, or they might present very different from who you would normally date, who you would normally go for. And same for them. You are also very different from who they would normally date, who they would normally go for. But when you see each other, when you meet each other, when you talk, when you just connect, it's done. It's like signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours energy. It's yeah, it's done. It's a done deal, because it's deeper than just the superficial attraction, and there is a lot. We have the Sun here. We have the Magician. So the attraction is a lot of physical attraction, absolutely. But 9 of Cups, deep emotional connection. The Magician, deep intuitive connection here. Knight of Cups, a lot of love, a lot of psychic connection here. You could be both very, both are very empathic, both very attuned, telepathic connection, very sensitive to energies, both of you, which is why it's such an overwhelming experience for both of you. And it does not mean that they are they have a spiritual practice. Spirit is saying, just because they might literally, it's almost as if you are somebody who maybe you're used to dating somebody with tattoos and piercings, all of a sudden this person is wearing a suit and looks very, just very businessman, very like put together, for lack of better words. Not that people with tattoos and piercings aren't put together, you know what I mean? Like there isn't like it's this very, they look very just clean is the best word I can describe it. And I'm not talking about hygiene clean, we're talking about just, you know what we mean, like they're just very neat and just put together. So somebody who you would be like, no thank you, ooh, way too stuffy for me, I'm not going to do that. In the past you just go like, no thank you, I want my person with the leather jacket, very chilled vibes, I'm looking for that energy. But all of a sudden this person comes through and you can't take their eyes off of them. And when they see you, you have piercings and tattoos, and you're also completely the polar opposite of who they would go for, but they can't take their eyes off of you. There's something about your energy, and as soon as you speak, boom. And it's simply because they've had a whole different experience of life, and their own way of connecting to source is very unique to them. If they're business minded, they literally connect through numbers to source. It's for them, it's an artistry, and how they conduct their business is very holistic, it's very mindful, it's not, there isn't any dodgy work going on, it's very wholesome, and you actually get to really respect how they have been able to build their business by actually doing it in such a mindful way. And that's a message for some of you, because I do feel for some of you it's really just chalk and cheese, and they definitely did not expect to be dating a starseed or a medium or a channel or anything like that, if that's how you are presenting. So just to show you the differences, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you it's quite a contrast. And but on a soul level you're two peas in a pod. It's like if on a soul level you simply could not tell each other apart. It's the people who your mutual friends will say, oh goodness, there's another one, like they're both of you, they're two of you. That's how they're going to react, even though you look so vastly different and you feel so vastly different and your backgrounds and your vibe is so vastly different. The way you interact, the way you speak, the way you engage, the way you are is so similar. People are just going to say, oh goodness, there are two of you. And it's just a very fascinating energy here, Cancerians. And yes, they want to date you, they want romance, you are the sun, it's healing. Whatever cup they're offering is healing to you, the cup you're offering them is healing to them. And it's not that you are healing each other practically, like, oh, here's somebody who needs work. No, not that kind of energy. Just being together heals you, activates you, awakens you further, inspires you, pushes you to be more than you've ever thought you'd ever be. And the same for them. You are both each other's destiny. And I love how the star here, the sun here, has this, which is a star I suppose, has third eye opening there. You are so intuitive, you are in sync with each other. And solar plexus, it's almost like this magnetic pull towards each other. You almost just melt into each other. The way you move is a dance through all of your life experiences. You are a rhythm together. It's a balancing, it's a harmony. If people were to observe you, they would say you two just move in sync and in harmony. It's like, you know, when you see birds and they're just synchronized, that's how it feels. It's just like the energies, your energies just move and weave together. Very interesting. And there's a lot of love, there's a lot of tenderness, there's a lot of passion. You can't keep your hands off each other. So yeah, people around you just have to get used to the PDA. It's, you just really enjoy each other thoroughly, and it's not only physical, it's also emotional, it's also spiritual, it's also just the soul connection. You both just connect on a very interesting energy. Intimately, you might want to explore tantra with them, tantric sexual experiences. You're just very connected through energy centers and auras here, and it really feels like it's been a long wait, because you both have been tending to your tending to your garden, you've both been tending to your energy, you've both been tending to your frequency. And a lot of your desires, or the Six of Swords, all of a sudden just move forward. And Spirit's saying it might be a bit annoying because you've been learning this huge lesson on codependency, and you've finally released yourself to this beautiful, independent self, only now to connect with this person things move. And Spirit is saying it's not a codependency. You don't require them to complete what you want to do. It's simply that you had signed a contract that you would build together in this lifetime. The contract was that the abundance you amass, or the creativity, or whatever it is that you want to do, your desires, you amass with a partner, with that support. It's just the energy that they have is the fuel for you. The energy you have is the fuel for them. Again, it's not a codependency. You don't require them to do anything. They don't require you to do anything. It's just simply who they are and how you are and who you are to them, how you are together, creates this momentum, creates this movement to your desires and your dreams. And you also really you help them grow. They really help awaken you to your desires and your dreams. And I feel that for some of you, they might be maybe a bit more stable already in the physical domain, in the physical realm. But even so, even if they're more financially abundant or just more stable, you push them even beyond that. It's as if like you just push them to heights they didn't even know. They thought that they had done everything, they'd seen everything, and then you come along and boom, what? And wherever you thought you could not do, whatever insecurities you had about yourself as an empath, as a sensitive being, oh no, they love you, they inspire you, and they're your biggest fan, and you feel so loved, you feel so validated, and it just allows you, it gives you this motivation. Whatever you see it as each other's, as your own personal weakness, and what they see as their own weakness, you see as a strength, they see as a strength. Whatever they don't like about themselves, you love, and vice versa. It's just this, you are each other's biggest fan, and it feels like a wish fulfillment for both of you. It feels like a dream come true. You're both so emotionally happy. You're both so satisfied. And it opens up so many more cups. It's this beautiful new relationship. Just opens up so many more doors, so many more opportunities, so many more things, and all unexpected. Very beautiful energy. And you finally shift out of this Ten of Swords energy. They really help you heal. It's a very healing energy where you really heal each other. And it's not that you're both caught up over past energies. It's just that you're finally able to move on. And if maybe one of you are still healing from any, and again, we don't feel this is a healing of you need them to be there to heal. It's more that you've done the healing. You're strong. You're in your power. You are the sun. But maybe it's just you've had to really release a lot of people in your life, and so you felt almost alone. Them being in your energy, in your presence, it takes away that sense of aloneness. You're able to finally forgive and forget, and mostly Spirit is bringing on the forgetting part, where you're no longer having these flashbacks of memories. You're no longer having these tinges of these it's almost like these flashbacks or these dreams, these nightmares, where they just keep you no longer by the time they come in and they come into your life, you no longer need to meet in the astral these old energies and do the healing work is done. And so it heals you even further, because now all these new experiences you are having with this partner, it fills your life. So you don't have this sense of yes, I've moved on, yes, I've healed, but I need new things to almost distract me from the past, because now I still have this empty gap of nothingness. This person comes in, and you're just able to move forward, and it brings a lot of ease to you, a lot of ease, a lot of rest, a lot of harmony. You're no longer having nightmares about the past. You're no longer fearing the worst. You feel very safe. You feel incredibly safe with this person. You feel safe. You feel secure. They feel safe with you. they're very intuitive and very empathic. So it's very beautiful for you both to have a place where you can literally be your very authentic, open, naked, raw selves with each other and feel safe and feel secure. It's a very loving relationship. It's a very beautiful union. It's definitely a twin flame, soulmate relationship, however you see it, because you all have different varying understandings of that. But this would be what we would consider the one. And you have both done all of the work to clear, to heal, to learn lessons in preparation for this person. So enjoy them. Know that you do deserve this, because we do feel that you might feel overwhelmed. I mean, Tower, Sun, Magician, that's quite a lot of boom energy. So you might feel a bit overwhelmed. You might feel a bit, they're almost too good to be true. And Spirit saying, don't self-sabotage this. You deserve this. And yes, you are good enough. You might feel, am I good enough for this person? They might feel, are they good enough for you? Really be open with communication. Allow each other to know how you feel. You're intuitive and you're psychic anyway. You both can read each other's minds. So you really can't hide anything from each other. You know when they're lying. They know when you're lying. So you don't lie at all. Neither of you want to lie anyway. You want to be open. You really want to be open and vulnerable. And Spirit is just suggesting, be very communicative. Let each other know that, look, you're really amazing. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed by you, but I will get over it. And just allow yourselves to get into that space of trust. Because once that space of trust is there and you can both surrender into this, oh goodness, absolutely delicious. Blessed be. Hello, all you committed Cancerians. Let us see what is coming through for you and your partner at this time. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. Ace of Swords. 5 of Wands. Page of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. A lot of communication happening between the both of you. And the Death card. Rebirth. And look at that. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay. So for those of you in committed relationships, the overall energy is the 4 of Pentacles. You have been going through a process of transformation into stability, into a firm base where you are both really, how can we say this, aligning to your destiny. Both of you have been doing the work to really create within truth, within honesty, to find a happy medium where you are both not compromising on your truth, where you are both allowing each other to be, to breathe. It's the art of being together, but also being apart. So you are allowing each other to be in each other's space. You're allowing each other a togetherness, but you are also free to be your truth and they're free to be their truth. This is a healing of codependency at its best. And you've really been both having a huge transformation in the space of codependency. And it's really powerful and it's really healing. It's allowing you to be stable in who you are. You're no longer holding back, or you're no longer shying away from your partner. So for example, if you are a spiritual being and you're having huge activations and huge light code activations, you're not holding back. This is you not dimming your light for your partner to feel safe and secure. You're not dimming, you're not holding back from your transformation for them to, feel stable in an old version of you. This is you saying, this is me, this is how I am, and they are willing to be with you on this journey. And either both of you are going through this transformation. Well, all of us are going through a transformation, so definitely both of you are going through a transformation. But speaking of, if maybe one of you is having spiritual activations, light code activations, going through a huge spiritual awakening, the other one is stable and happy to have you go through this, doesn't require you to hold back in order for them to feel stable. There is a freedom here that you have been working on. That has been the biggest learning and healing. And if you haven't gone through this already, you're about to step into this energy. Because Cancerians, you are a very powerful being and you can't hold back. And if the other person's insecurities or past is not allowing you to break free, their relationship is not going to hold. The only way this relationship goes forward is if you are in your freedom and they're in their freedom, and together you're co-creating harmoniously, but with each other being allowed to be fully within your truths, without the other one having to hold back in order to safeguard the other one's well-being. It's really a release of codependency. And here we feel with the a lot of communication with the Page of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, and a lot of work was done in this relationship. Okay, with both of you. A lot of you are receiving a lot of insight from your collective. Both of you, actually, a lot of insight from your guides, from your angels, from your inner being. I really feel this is for people who have done the work, where you both have allowed this frequency of energy, where you both have allowed each other to receive this mastery from your soul, because this is the mastery of your soul. This is the multi-dimensional being you are. All the work you have been doing, your past energies coming through to guide you, to your angels, your spiritual guide, your ancestors, just all of the work you've been doing. You're just receiving high frequencies from your higher self, and this is also them receiving this. So this is aligning both of you to the empowerment of you, and you've been working hard at it. You've really been working hard to work on yourself individually, but to also work on the relationship, to allow each other a place, a voice, an understanding. And it's also required both of you to step away from a lot of people we're receiving. So both of you almost gone into this hermit mode, away from friends, away from family, away from what you've known, in order for you individually to come into your beautiful activation, but also for you as a relationship, as a couple, to come into this activation. Okay, and this hard work is about to pay off. You're about to come into a beautiful place of happiness, of joy, of harmony here. And Ten of Pentacles, this is you both aligning to your destiny. It feels like you are aligning to your own destiny, they're aligning to their destiny, and together you are co-creating a destiny, which is beautiful. Also, you are also going to align to other soul mates and soul companions who honor your relationship, because we do feel that you really had to almost release a lot of friends and family who are still in the energies of maybe partying all the time, I'm not really taking advantage of these transformation energies. People who are still creating fear-based survival mode in the unawakened energies, listening to all the drama, the news, all the chaos, and you've just been like, we want to actually be in silence, in stillness, with our thoughts, with our guides, with our soul. We want to be in this beautiful space, this harmony, this sanctuary with our higher selves, with each other to learn and to grow and to come into this place of higher understanding about what we are individually and as a couple. And you've had to really just step away from all the distraction. And a lot of people might not understand that, might have and when you're now emerging, you're just seeing how vastly different you are and how far away you are from those people. Trying to go out with them again or trying to interact, it feels like a whole new world, and you're not wanting to actually step into those energies anymore. And it might feel a bit almost isolated. And Spirit's saying, don't worry, you are about to move into a beautiful energy where you're going to meet other couples or other friends who are honoring your experience because they've also been through the same experience, a beautiful new community of like-minded individuals. And it brings stability. And in your own personal experience, you're also going to have a beautiful experience of harmony, of stability within career, within your relationship, within your own spiritual growth. You do not have to compromise on your own spiritual growth for each other. There's a beautiful spiritual maturity here, a beautiful spiritual understanding here, and you're both evolving. There's no single time when, if your partner is having a new ability or a spiritual gift or revelation, or maybe they want to change their career, or maybe whatever shift they're going through, you are not holding them back. You are supporting and celebrating them 100%. You're not letting your fears and insecurities get in their way of their transformation. And the same goes for you, where whatever you're going through, they're supporting you 100%. They're not letting their own insecurities or fear stand in your way. It's a very beautiful energy here. And here with the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords, there's a beautiful new communication you're having with each other, and it's really aligned with your crown chakra. You're really, through this transformation, through this beautiful period you've taken in the space, you've both activated your crown chakras quite a bit and your third eyes quite a bit. And you've both developed an almost telepathic communication. Some of you had already had this before and it's now just upgraded, while others you'll be beginning to discover it. So you are literally communicating without words, and it almost happens upon you, and it's quite a surprise and a shock to some of you when you start understanding and taking note of what's actually happening, because you're almost so immersed with each other's energy, you don't really realize that we're actually reading each other's thoughts right now. Very beautiful connection, a lot of communication through, you're really good with communication now. And there's this is interesting, you are both receiving a lot of guidance and communication from your angels and your spiritual team along your path to assist you through this transformation, to assist you through this energy. And I feel this might be also for those of you who are not really, maybe your partner isn't so supportive of you. You're really receiving a lot of information, a lot of clarity about what must be done in order for you to fulfill your destiny, in order for you to fulfill your transformation. But I do feel it doesn't end badly. It's just you are being supported either way how it goes, and your partner will also receive guidance from their spiritual team. Thank you, Spirit, for clarifying. You are both having a lot of energies in the astral planes, in your dream realm, having a lot of communication with each other, having a lot of communication with your ancestors, past on, loved on, spiritual guides. There's a lot of communication happening around you in your dream spaces, and even in the physical with other beings, very telepathically, both co-creating with you as a couple. It's a very interesting energy. It's as if both of you together, there's a certain frequency that you create on when you are together and you are vibing, and there's certain beings, angels or spiritual beings, who create with that frequency. It's like both of your energies. I haven't received this before, so I'm just trying to put word into what I'm receiving. Both of your energies create a frequency, and that specific frequency, there are other beings and angels and other frequencies and other vibrational beings who create and co-create and know that collective frequency, and they're coming through to remind you of your energy, remind you of your gifts, remind you of what you can create together. Very interesting energies there. Wow, I haven't seen that before or heard that or just read that before. And there's a huge rebirth to where in the past we've had conflicting ideas. Again, there's a huge, like, almost like a sinking of energies where you were just both leveling up and sinking and becoming one. And it's strange because one usually doesn't have that concept of the twin flame or the soulmate is half of you. No, we know that you're whole, and together you create a whole new thing. But for you, it really feels like you are these two halves coming together to create a whole, because your frequency and their frequency creates a whole new frequency, a whole new, almost like a whole new being. And when you're in that space, you work in this flow, in this harmony, in this beautiful frequency, and it's just aligned and harmonious. And you're no longer now in opposing energies, clashing, disagreeing, in conflict, because you're both, as you both are fully open to who you are, your energies emerge as one. As one of you hides or you are ashamed, then you don't mix. But as soon as you're open and vulnerable for all that you are, boom, it's a complete, beautiful, synchronous, I can't even put words. It's just, you just become one, and it's a whole new rebirth, a whole new different way of being, a whole new experience, and it's full of joy, full of fun, full of excitement, full of clarity, full of magic, full of stability, full of beautiful energies. And it's long lasting. You're finally, both of you are no longer holding back, and you feel stable, you feel grounded, you feel so secure, you feel so safe within each other's presence. Blessed be.